Hi, Laura. It's good to see you today. Um, Before we get started, I want to review a couple of items with you as well as my approach with my clients.
Okay.
So before our session today, you signed some paperwork, and I just wanted to reiterate, while our session is confidential, I am a counselor in training, and as such, my supervisor will have help me so that I can be a better counselor for you. I am also mandated by law to report if you have revealed that you will harm yourself and or anyone else. Any questions before I move forward?
No.
Okay. So since this is our first session, I wanted to take a moment to share with you my approach with my clients. My goal is to help guide you through this therapy and help you to explore your past behaviors and relationships to see how there may be a connection to any issues you may have presently. Most importantly, I will move through your therapy. Depending on what you share, I may ask you to complete an activity or an assessment that would help me to get a deeper understanding for where you are, which will allow me to provide more effective guidance. Any questions?
No, that sounds great.
Okay, awesome. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Fairly recently, would you like to start there?
Okay. Well, I'm a mom. I have a husband, of course, too. And I am a student and a full-time employee. Um, there's a lot really going on other than this new job right now and regular life, and pretty much what I would open up with.
Okay. Okay. And I do want to apologize. We gotta love technology. If I'm a little delayed in responding, that you're not losing me. I'm just trying to listen.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So tell me a little bit. So you're married. You said you had children or one child?
Yes, I have a teenage daughter. She's 16.
Oh, wow.
She just graduated from school. So she pushed through to get done 2 years of school, and she's supposed to start college in August at just a community college in town, so she can get the feel for college without going for the main big thing.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. College at 16 can be challenging. So I definitely understand why you chose that approach.
I just didn't want to.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. To trying to fit in and get things, get experiences that she's never had before so I get to live in it at 4-year college. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do appreciate that. I can definitely relate to that. I've worked in education for a number of years. And so that in itself is terrifying, let alone if you have a 16-year-old who's getting ready to go to college. So I get it. Yeah. So tell me, what would you like to kind of start where we may get started with your therapeutic process?
Well, I think what brought me today is I started this new job, and I actually am an educator as well. I've been a teacher for 24 years, really.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but my last job I worked for about 5, and they sort of ways with me recently, which really disrupted my everything. And I took a new job 2 weeks ago working at a prison teaching adult and it's GED courses, and really challenging, and it's a huge change, and I'm feeling very conflicted about it.
Okay, so gotta love technology. I just want to make sure that I heard you correctly. So you're excited about the new job. Did you say you were teaching for 21 years? Did I hear that correctly? 24 years. Okay. Wow. And so now, and I'm sorry, I think I missed this piece. So it shifted to a different area.
I'm still teaching, but I'm teaching at a prison with adult inmates, GED courses.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, wow. That's awesome. And so, but you share you're feeling conflicted about your decision?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a high school environment, I can be goofy and fun and carefree and teach it to kids, and now in this prison, and everybody's telling me to watch my back and not say too much and don't let myself be manipulated, and really a very like fun and whimsical person, and I'm feeling stifled, and I don't feel like myself, and it's feeling.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can. I can almost feel your energy, when you share that. And before you said it, I was thinking the word stifled. And that's exactly what you said. And so how long have you been at the new job now?
This is my second week, so one day.
Gotcha. Wow. So when you were looking at the position, do you think that you went in with maybe a preconceived notion? any expectations that you were going in with?
I mean, I think that, I'm studying to be a counselor as well. So I think my idea overall is that I want to work with people who have been in confinement and have, previous criminal issues. And so my thought was this get me the education side as well as lead me to prisoners
Right.
that, I wasn't nervous going in, and then I come in and everybody's, making it worse even it is. And obviously there are scary people there, but yeah, the biggest problem I think is besides not being myself, is there's nothing to do. I'm just kind of sitting around all day. The inmates are really in charge of doing a lot of stuff, and I feel like I'm just sitting there doing nothing, and then I'll have to just feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have this responsibility to my family. I was out of work a month, and my bills are piling up, and I have to take care of my family. They have to eat. And, I feel like I got to stay, but I don't feel that.
Yeah. Wow. No pressure, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So, are you connected with anyone at the prison? Like, did you know anyone there before you started working there?
No, it's a totally new environment. Everything.
Wow. Wow. So not only have you left an environment in which you've been familiar for so long and you've gone into a new environment, but you've gone into a new environment with no connections.
Yeah.
And so that feeling of isolation makes sense. Because if, when you during your downtime, you don't have much to do. You're just kind of by yourself.
Yeah. Just sort of sitting there doing crosswords, and when the inmates do things, because they may have shift changes and they have to go count and lunch and things like that.
Right.
A conversation happens with them, long conversation, but I have to I hide the fact that I have a child, and I have to monitor the things that I say.
Wow.
It's just it's so confining, I feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Whew. Wow. I just, it is a lot. I mean, just, again, I spoke about the energy piece, but I could definitely feel, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but if you could use one word to describe your decision about your shift, what would it be?
Just one. I would say trapped.
Right. And you've only been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Not even yet.
Have you started planning your escape yet?
I really haven't, because I keep thinking to myself, this is good for me. This is what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
My family needs this. The health insurance is amazing. It's important. And I keep thinking, school's done. I'm going to move on anyway. So it's force yourself to get used to it. But I feel myself being thankfully. So I'm not sure what I should do. If I should start looking and go somewhere else and switch again and hope it's better on the other side, or if I should, buck up, be a big girl, and stick to it.
Right. So that's a really important question to ask yourself. I think that what you've asked yourself speaks to the well-being of just your personal, just your day at our work, at our jobs. And I would hate to see that begin to affect how you are at home, or even change that whimsical and fun person that you are. Because is there an outlet there for you to connect more socially with some of the staff?
I'm not really a social person, so that kind of put barriers are already. And most of the staff live probably 30 to 40 minutes away from where I live. They live on the other side. And they're all, I don't know if you know this, people work at prison are all one type of person, and a complete opposite of that. They all really want to punish and use their power over the inmates. I really just want to help them, and I want to be loved and dignity and respect. And so I don't think there's going to be a huge action friend-wise, which that's okay with me. I just need to find a way to make the job more rewarding and work.
Gotcha.
Day.
So Laura, I think that I definitely hear what you're saying, and we are coming close to the end of time. And so while we close out this session, if it's okay with you, Laura, perhaps maybe a possible outlet for you to kind of, if there is an outlet for you to let loose, or maybe discuss how you can balance being and what you do at home, because I think that absolutely comes first. And I completely understand the need to make sure that you are in a place to be able to provide for your family this work, if possible.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
It'd be nice to be able to talk and be able to let some of the feelings go. So that would be helpful, just to lift you up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time. All right.
Tamika, how are you today?
Hi, Laura. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I know this is our first session, so I just wanted to just sort of go over a couple things with you. First and foremost, about those papers that you signed that talks about confidentiality. And so I wanted to just let you know that first and foremost, there are a couple of instances I would have to potentially agree that confidentiality, but my first and main priority is to keep confidentiality. The case where it might come up if you reported me that you might harm yourself, someone else. If I was forced or subpoenaed to court for some reason, then I might have to reach it. And now, lastly, and the most important is I'm a student at Southern University. I'm in training, and so for the purposes of making me a better counselor, there may come a time where lecturers might have to watch this and give me information. But there's no judgment based on you, so don't fear that. And if there have any questions regarding that,
No, no questions. Thank you.
okay. So the other thing that I wanted to start off with is just sort of giving you an idea of how I like to run my sessions with my clients. And I'm a little bit of a all over the place kind of person. So I would label myself as an eclectic therapist or counselor, which means that I really like to hone in on the individual client. And my first priority is to make sure that your needs are met because you are Tamika and you are only you. And I don't know you that well at all. So I'm going to trust your judgment and trust the things that you tell me. And you know yourself best. And so that's really important for me. And once I get to know you a little bit better and I know what you're struggling with, I would sort of develop a plan based off of that. And I really feel I'm a very, whether they call it humanistic person. So I'm very driven on making sure that I identify you as you and only you. And we fine tune that. So if that's okay with you, then we can get started today.
Sounds good to me. Thank you. So, I feel like I'm a bit of a mess. I've been all over the place. I feel like I've been having a little bit more anxiety than usual. The workload at my job has increased. Probably a reflection. Sometimes when you do well, you're both rewarded and punished at the same time. And so my workload has increased. I am also in school, so working is quite a load. And and then I have my family. I live with my partner, and he is working on building a business, so I'm kind of like his sidekick with that, and got a lot of things going on. And I think I tend to and I feel like I have no time for me, and I think it's really starting to take a toll in the sense of me literally feeling like.
Okay, so just to check in, sort of, and go over everything you said, that was a lot to take. So you are obviously gainfully employed, and they're giving you tons of work to do. And on top of that, of course, you have your home life and helping your partner start a new business. That's pretty major. And then you're in school, and so you have a lot on your plate. And I guess my first question is besides the overload that you seem to have, which part in particular gives you the most anxiety?
Which part in particular
gives you the most anxiety?
Oh, pick a day. And, sometimes it's school because I'm working, against the deadline. And I think it depends on the time of year because I have deadlines that I have to meet at work as well. And then I think overall, I try to be really I try to make sure that when I come home, I leave work at work. That has not been the case lately. And, my honey, he has been amazing in being so understanding and everything. But I know, he's fine. And I'm like, but I got to finish this assignment. I got to finish this. I got to put in this data. So honestly, pick a day. Sometimes it's work. Sometimes I honestly don't think one makes me feel more anxious than the other. It really just depends on the timing.
So I get from you that you're feeling a little overwhelmed with the amount of responsibility that's placed on your shoulders.
I am. I think overwhelmed is a great word. If I had another word that was bigger than overwhelmed, I'd use that one. And I figure out balance. Because the interesting thing is that nothing that I'm doing, everything that I'm doing, I'm passionate about. But sometimes I feel like I bit off more than I could chew. So
when you're feeling that pressure from the job, the home, the school, what sorts of things do you do to relieve that?
I crash. I literally say things will get done. At this moment, I cannot do anything else. I may miss a deadline. I may have to ask for an extension. and I hate being in that space because it's like I crash for that moment, but there's still something for me to do that I got to address at some point in time.
You mentioned that your honey, as you called him, he's not very good about it. What kind of reaction do you have to when you have a deadline that you have to meet?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
What kind of reaction does he have when you have a deadline that you have to meet?
So he's like, okay, he gives me my space. He lets me do what I have to do. But when I'm done, he's like, okay, now let's go out. Let's do something. Let's go for a walk, go down to the water, have a drink. I have to appreciate that he understands my crazy. And, but at the same time, I know that he's looking out for my well-being. And so he's like, we got to go. Come on, let's make it. And he asks me, he checks in. He's like, okay, when is it due? Is it due right now? And if I say no, he's like, okay, well, let's go. So,
yeah. The struggle is internal then. It's all coming from within you because you have support around you to get you up and going. He's being helpful and not pressuring you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it wasn't always, it was hard initially because he had to understand what this meant, right? It was one thing when it was just work, but now it's work and school and other. So I think him understanding that, and as he has kind of realigned his own goals, he now has a better understanding of kind of why I'm, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, so to speak. But he also, I think he's good in that then. So that is helpful. That really is helpful.
That sounds wonderful. Tell me what the whole idea, the better meaning behind you going to school is. What is your picture for the future?
So, I've worked in education, gosh, for I think this is 19 years now. But I have not been in the classroom in counseling side of things. And I initially wanted to go to school for counseling, to get licensed as a counselor, and I didn't. And I said, the work that I do, the way that I dig in with my students, next level, and ultimately I would love to have my own practice working with adolescents in underserved communities.
It's really amazing, and I think that you would be well suited for a position like that, it sounds like.
Thank you.
I guess the next question I guess I have for you would be, when you think of this future or being a counselor, or what sort of trying to think of word here. I'm having a little bit of a fog.
Take your time.
What sort of a glimmer does it give you? What sort of feeling does it give you when you think of the future?
Oh man, excitement. Like I'm proud of myself, and I haven't even gotten there yet, right? So excited is the word. I think excited and doing the work that I really want to do. Just feeling a feeling of satisfaction, to know that I'm actually where I want to be. I really love what I do now. This will be taking it to the next level for me, and so I'm looking forward to that time.
I'm actually really excited.
So when I think about that, oh, thank you, thank you. Just having a moment of, when I think about that time, let me back up a little bit. I think about the sacrifice that I'm making now will make it worth it once I get there. But it's because I still have to maintain my self-care, my health, and all of those things. Those things are still important,
So that was exactly what I was going to say too. It sounds like you have a great head on your shoulders. You don't know exactly what you're headed for, what you want, and you understand this is a sacrifice for this future that just brings so much excitement and joy to your life. Again, I'm really excited for you. I think that it's going to be a really amazing journey at the end when you get there. The in-between, it sounds like maybe you just, like you said, you need to work on self-care positively and maybe find some coping mechanisms into those moments or those deadlines a bit. And that's what I'd sort of like to hit with you or talk with you out next time we have a session next time, if that you think that was helpful.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. I would appreciate that.
Do you have any other questions for me before we sign off?
I don't. This has been great. Thank you.
Well, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Laura. You do the same.